Dear student, I am taking your lecture number 2 on a application of multiplier IC. In a last lecture, lecture number 1, we have seen the basic schematic diagram of multiplier IC is equation of the output voltage, and we have seen the two applications. One is how you can double the frequency of input signal, and second is to find the square of any input signal. Let us see the one numerical base for the squarer circuit. Suppose you have given the input signal 10 sine 100 pi t to the squarer circuit. What is the value of the output voltage? We know that in squarer circuit Vx and Vy is short circuited, and it is nothing but the Vi. So it is nothing but the, you can write 10 sine 100 pi t. So you know the equation of the output voltage for the multiplier IC is Vx Vy upon V reference. So it is nothing but the, you can say Vi square upon V reference. So from this I can write my equation of output voltage is what? 10 square into sine square 100 pi t upon V reference. Take V reference is equal to 10 volt. See here, this is your 100 upon V reference, and sine square omega t is 1 minus cos 2, this is omega, 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. So we can write this is 100 upon V reference is 10, 1 by 2 minus 100 upon 10 by 2 into cos 2 omega t is 100 by t. So my equation is nothing but the 5 minus, you can say 5 cos 200 pi t. This is my equation of the output voltage of the square circuit. I think it's a very simple numerical. This value you have given to the input. Okay, you know in squarer Vx and Vy is short circuited, and it is given to what? Vi. So I am writing Vi here. So Vx and Vi upon V reference. The Vi into what? Vi square. So my equation output voltage Vi is nothing but the 10 sine 100 pi t. So by putting this value I can write like this, and this is your 100 upon V reference into 1 sine square omega t is equal to 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. So if you simplify, you will get like this. Let us see the third application, phase angle detection. If you want to find the phase angle between the two signals, then you can use multiplier IC. Let us suppose you are giving Vx input is Vmx sine omega t, and input Vy is what? Vmy sine omega t plus theta. Theta is the angle, phase angle between the two signals. I want to measure this phase angle. So how you can measure? You know the equation Vx Vy upon V reference, you know this. So I can write, by putting the value of these two equations, I can write in this way: sine omega t into sine omega t plus theta by V reference. You know trigonometric equation sine A into sine B is nothing but the 1/2 into cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. If I take A is equal to omega t and B is equal to omega t plus theta, then above equation sine omega t plus theta can be written as 1 by 2. This is A minus B is cos minus theta minus cos A plus B is, this is your 2 omega t plus theta. You can see, yes. A is omega t, B is omega t plus theta, so I can write like this. And you must be doing your cos minus theta. Cos minus theta is cos theta, you must be doing. So I am writing this equation 1 by 2 cos theta minus cos 2 omega t plus theta. I am using this equation here. So I can write my equation of the output voltage Vmx Vmy upon V reference into this is by 2 into cos theta minus cos 2 omega t plus theta. So I can write this equation. See, look here. I can write this equation is nothing but the Vmx Vmy upon 2V reference into cosine cos of the phase angle minus Vmx Vmy upon 2V reference into cos 2 omega t plus theta. See, in the equation of the output voltage is DC plus AC. I want to measure this value. I want to measure this theta. I want to measure theta. So what I will do? I will remove this term somehow. If you are remove this term, how you can remove? You can remove by this way. Look here. This is your multiplier IC. This is your multiplier IC. This is your supply voltage. This is your negative supply voltage. Pin number 6 is ground, 7 is output, 2 and 7 is short circuited. This is your given Vx, here you given Vy, pin number 1 and 3, and you know Vx is nothing but the Vmx sine omega t, and Vy is nothing but the Vmy sine omega t plus theta. You know this. Now what I'll do? Here I'll connect one capacitor parallel to my output voltage. I'll connect these capacitors parallel. So this capacitor is such that this offer very low reactance to this term, to this AC signal. As a result, this AC signal will be bypassed to the capacitor. You will get only DC term at the output. Look here. To measure the phase angle, you connect the one capacitor parallel to the output, and these offer very low reactance to this AC terms. So, if this offer very low reactance, this AC term will be bypassed through this. This AC signal will be bypassed through this capacitor, and you will get only DC here out. You will get only DC at the output. Here you will get only this value. This term is bypassed. This is bypassed through this capacitor. So you will get only AC term at the output. As a result, you can easily measure the phase signal. You know the value of Vmx, you know the value of Vmy and V reference. So by Knowing the value of Vmax, Vm and Vref, and you are measuring the V output. So from these equations, by having a value of output voltage, Vmax, Vmy, Vref, you can find cos theta, and from this you can find theta. In this way you can measure your phase angle between the two signals. I think you understand. Look here what we did. Suppose these are two signals, Vmx sin omega d plus theta, and theta is the phase angle between the two signals. So this is the equation of the output voltage, you can see. So sin A, sin B. So you know the trigonometric equation, this is trigo. And cos minus theta is cos theta. So by getting this, I am putting this value in the output equation. So my equation of the output voltage is like this. So this contains DC and AC term both. So what we did, we connected here one capacitor parallel to the output. So AC term will be bypassed through this, you will get only DC term. And you are having the value of the Vmx and Vmy, and you measure the value of output voltage with meter. You know your reference voltage for the IC. So you can get the value of cos theta. From cos theta you can find the theta. In this way you can measure your phase angle between two input signal to the multiplier IC. Let us see another application, divider. The division is a complement of the multiplication, and the division of the one signal by the another signal can be obtained by putting the multiplier IC in a feedback path of the operational amplifier as shown in figure. I am showing you the circuit diagram of a divider circuit in which you are keeping a multiplier IC in a feedback path of the operational amplifier. I want to divide this Vz signal by Vx signal. I am showing you where is my Vx signal. This is my equation of the output. Here this is your output, and here I am connecting. This is your feedback path. In this feedback path I am keeping my multiplier IC. This is your Vx signal. I want to divide Vz by Vx. I want to divide Vz by Vx. This is your pin number 1. This is your pin number 3. I am connecting to the output of the op amp. Connecting the output of the op amp. Now this is your pin number 8. I am connecting the plus 15 volt. Pin number 5 I am connecting minus 15 volt. Pin number 2 and 7 is short circuited. Here my output of the multiplier IC, that is I am writing VA here. This is resistance R. It is a 10 kilo ohm, and you can see here you have kept the multiplier IC in a feedback path of the operational amplifier. Now due to very high infinite impedance of the op amp and very high open loop gain of the op amp, your voltage between these two tends to 0. This your current is the, as a result I am showing you same current. Now listen again. The division is a complement of the multiplication. The division can be obtained by putting the multiplier IC in a feedback path of the operational amplifier as shown in figure. So you can see here I want to divide Vz by Vx. The equation of the output of a analog multiplier can be given by this equation. So this is your Vx, this is your Vy is nothing but I can say Vo, and this is your V reference voltage. What is VA? VA is nothing but you can see here the current I into Z, you can say IZ into R, or I can write it is minus Vz upon, you can say, your R into R is equal to Vx Vo upon V reference. I can cancel this too, and I am getting the equation of output voltage is minus your V reference into Vz by Vx. So yes, you can get my here minus V reference into minus V reference into Vz by Vx. So you can see your equation, in output equation you are getting Vz by Vx. So that you want to divide the Vz by Vx. So in this way you can do. In some book they have given directly here minus value. It is the one of the same. So listen how I am getting the derivation. For derivation VA, this voltage is nothing but the Vx Vy upon V reference. Your Vy, this is your Vx, this is your Vy. So Vy is nothing but your Vo. Vy is nothing but the Vo, and this Va is nothing but the current into R minus actually this. I can write also here minus, or so Iz is nothing but the Vz by R. So I can get the RR is cancelled. So I can get equation of Vo is nothing but the minus V reference into Vz by Vx. So that I can obtain. So in this way your divider circuit will work. I think you understand. Last time I am telling you, the division is a complement of the multiplication. The division can be obtained by putting the multiplier IC in a feedback path of the operational amplifier as shown in figure. Here we want to divide Vz by Vx. So equation of the output voltage can be obtained by this way. Next circuit is a circuit to find square root of number between 1 to V reference. The divider circuit can be used to find square root by connecting two input of the multiplier IC with the output of the op amp as shown in figure. Listen again. The divider circuit can be used to find the square root by connecting two input of the multiplier IC to the output of the op amp as shown in figure. See here, I am showing you. This is your operational amplifier. Here I am giving the negative voltage. This is your multiplier IC in a feedback path of the operational amplifier. This is your Vx, this is your Vy. I am short circuiting and I am connecting to the output of the op amp. This is a pin number A for plus voltage, pin number 5 for minus 15 voltage, pin number 6 ground 1 and 3. This is your pin number 2, this is your 7, this is R. Now so your VA is nothing but the Vx into Vy upon V reference. So Vx is minus V in. This is your Vo square upon, because Vx is equal to Vy is equal to Vo upon V reference. So I can write Vo square is equal to V reference minus V in. I have to take the magnitude, I have to write in magnitude. So square root of This is V in. Remember, this is your V reference. V in, this is your V reference, and your V in should be between this much value. So you can easily find the square root of a given number. Last time I am telling you, the divider circuit can be used to find the square root of any number by connecting two input of the multiplier IC with the output of the operational amplifier as shown in figure. So in this figure, Vx and Vy is connected to Vo, so I can write this equation. Va is connected to the negative voltage. I am connecting with the negative voltage here. So I am writing here minus V. So, but once you want to take the square root, that it should be written in a magnitude form. That's why I am writing magnitude form. So in this way, you can find the square root of a given number, and this number should be less than V reference voltage. Next circuit. Here is we have completed the application of the multiplier IC. Let us see another circuit, differentiator, or it is called differentiating amplifier. You know that op-amp can be used to perform the mathematical function like adder, subtraction, integration, differentiation, log amplifier, anti-log amplifier. Today we will see the differentiator circuit. Op-amp can be perform the differentiation of any input signal. The basic circuit diagram of the operational amplifier to perform the derivative function is as shown in figure. This is a basic circuit diagram of a differentiator circuit. This is RF, C1, this is a VI, this is our compensated resistance. You know, the output of this equation can be written as derivative of the input signal. The output of this differential circuit is nothing but the derivative of the input waveform. Derivative of the input waveform. Output is the RF C1 times the derivative of the input signal. Look here, due to infinite input impedance of the op-amp, this terminal does not draw any current. Due to infinite input impedance of the op-amp, input terminal of the op-amp does not draw any current. And due to infinite open loop gain of the op-amp, voltage drop between the two input terminal, of the op-amp tends to 0. As a result, we can say that nodal point is 0 voltage with respect to already I have mentioned, and this value is nothing but the RF, you can say. So at end point I can write IC plus IF is 0. You know Vi is nothing but the Q by C. So Q is equal to Vi by C. So dQ by dt is nothing but I can write 1 upon C dVi by dt. This is your current. So I can write this value is nothing but the 1 by C, it is dVi by dt, and this value is Vo by Rf. You know IF is nothing but the VO by RF. So I can write VO is minus RF into C1 dVi by dt. I have taken C1, so I should write C1 here, not C, I have taken C1. So my equation of the output voltage, I will get minus RF C1 dVi by dt. Look now. Let your Vi is nothing but the Vm sin omega t. So my equation of the output voltage minus Rf C1, this is your Vm omega cos omega t, or I can write minus Rf C1 omega Vm cos omega t. If I write the phasor equivalent equation of this, so I can write like this. Phasor equivalent equation of this is this is j omega, because j indicate the phase. This is called phasor equivalent. So if I want to find this magnitude, if I find the magnitude, so magnitude of this ratio, it gives the gain, is equal to Rf C1 omega. So I can write gain is nothing but the 2 pi f Rf C1. Look again, I am telling you. The operational amplifier can be used to perform the mathematical function like adder, subtraction, differentiation, integration, log amplifier, anti-log amplifier, hyperbolic function. So many applications can be performed with the help of op-amp. One circuit diagram showing you which performs the differentiation mathematical operation. So this is also known as a differentiating amplifier. Here output of this circuit is the derivative of the input signal. For this circuit, output is nothing but the Rf C1 times the derivative of the input signal. Due to infinite input impedance of the op-amp, this terminal does not draw any current. Due to infinite open loop voltage gain of the op-amp, voltage drop between these two tends to 0. So I can write Vn, this voltage at this point tends to 0. I can write the current is sum of addition of the current is 0. IC is then, but Vi is Q by C1. Q is equal to Vi by C1. dq by dt is equal to 1 upon C dVi by dt. So dq by dt is I am writing IC. So IC putting value, I am putting the value of IC in this equation. We know IF is VO by RF. So I am putting this equation here. So I am getting the equation of output voltage is minus RF C1 dVi by dt. This is the equation of output voltage. Suppose you have given the input voltage Vm sin omega t. So I am putting this value here. So you know this differentiations. So I am writing dVi by dt, you know Vm, this is cos omega t into omega. So I am putting this value here. As a result, I am getting this equation. You know it as a phase. It is a what phase? So this is called phasor equivalent equation for this. If I am taking the magnitude value, I am getting this minus j cannot be written. So this is the equation of the gain. So equation of gain generally we are writing f upon 1 upon 2 pi Rf C1, you can see here. Or I can write equation of gain is nothing but the f upon Fa, where Fa is nothing but the 1 upon 2 pi Rf C1. Please remember this equation for numerical. Now look here. If I take f is equal to Fa, then gain is 1, or you can say gain in dB is 0. Gain in dB is 0. If F is equal to 10 FA, then gain in dB is equal to 20 dB. If F is equal to 100 FA, then gain in dB is equal to, you can say, 40 dB. If F is equal to 1000 FA, then you can say gain in dB is nothing but the 60 dB. This indicates that gain increases by 20 dB per decade. 20 dB per decade you can see here. It is increased by 10 times, your gain is increases by 20. If frequency is increased by 10 times, then your input frequency is increased by 10 times of FA. Then you can say your gain increases by 20. This indicates that at higher frequency, gain become very large and circuit become unstable. So this is called one problem of the basic differentiator circuit. Second problem you can see here, at higher frequency, impedance of this circuit, input impedance of this circuit is given by this equation. The input impedance of this circuit is given by this equation. At higher frequency, omega is large, so input impedance decreases. As a result, circuit become very sensitive to the high frequency noise. See, this circuit has a two problems. One, as frequency increases, your gain of the amplifier circuit or gain of this circuit increases according to this equation. As gain increases, at high frequency gain becomes very large. As a result, circuit become unstable and break into the oscillation. Second problem is at high frequency input impedance decreases according to equation 1 upon omega C1. Impedance equation you know, 1 upon omega C. So as omega increases, 1 upon omega C decreases. So circuit become very sensitive to the high frequency noise. These two problems arises in a basic differentiator circuit. This can be overcome by practical differentiator circuit. Practical differentiator circuit we'll see in a next lecture. Here is the end of the lecture.